Thank you so much for the introduction, and good morning. I'm delighted to be here. It's our first time, and thank you so much for invitation, for having us. I would like to give the shout out to my colleague, Dr. Chipji, and to also two of our brilliant students that are here today to support the event. And I'm going to talk about family travel. So family travel and the survey that we have been conducting at NYU for about 9 years. It is my second year and of doing that, and I'm going to share some insights, and hopefully it's going to be some insightful and also some actionable takeaways that you can use for your marketing campaigns, etc. The research that we conducted was done in partnership with two of my colleagues, Peter Pop and also Dr. Lynn Minard. And just again, since we are in academia and we also talk about methodology, we need to talk about and look at the sample size that we reviewed. And we had about over 3,000 respondents, and some of them are parents, but predominantly we had a lot of grandparents. So I also wanted to give the shout out to our survey partners, our distribution partners, and they are Telecharge and Trafalgar. So study highlights. So what can be meaningful for you? The demand intent for family travel is definitely strong, and the spending intent is stable to increasing. Family groups, and then we'll be talking about multi-generational travel and skip generational travel that are trending, so it is robust and varied. And also we can talk about travel advisors and their role in really creating that meaningful experiences that families are looking for. And I will be also touching upon the social emotional impact of, or rather the family travel's impact on social emotional development of children, especially post-pandemic, and its role. So who did we talk to? Who was the profile of our respondents? 76% female, male, high income, 64% have annual household income of over 100K, and predominantly married, highly educated. And you can also see that the families also represent different types of families. We had mixed races, we had single parent families, as well as LGBTQ1. So as I mentioned, we have been conducting that research for about 8 years. So we tend to compare year to year. Obviously, we've done extensive research during pandemic and to identify what actually has been changing. And we see again that the intent to travel with children is quite high, and it is 81%. It was 81% in 2023. So what are the type of trips they're looking for? The top 4. VFR, museums and cultural attractions, city vacations and events. And again, it definitely resonates with the topics of our today's seminar. So family travel trends, they stay in a hotel, 84%, definite difference between what we used to see during pandemic when they stayed in the Airbnb. Top domestic destination, California, Florida, Hawaii, and New York. And 76 of respondents plan to travel internationally, and some of the destinations that are on their list, including Japan, Greece, UK. So strong interest in family travel in larger groups, and that's something that I wanted to emphasize. 55% of them planning multi-generational trip. Again, it's including grandparents, children, parents. 41% planning a trip with family members beyond parents and in-laws, and some actually planning group travel with somebody who is not related to them. How much are they spending? Average is about under $7,000 on family travel. The expectation is to spend more, and we see that the international travel is going to also get some additional spending. However, affordability and really creating that meaningful experience and getting a very good deal is at the top of the list. Parents or travel planners, they're looking at different packages to avoid hotel and airline fees. And they also pay close attention to cancellation and refund policies. Dining, interestingly enough, obviously, we're talking about if you're traveling with the family, they're looking for more affordable dining options. However, not quite related to in New York City. However, obviously, they're looking for lodging options that offer some kitchen facilities. Oops. So what's going on with children over 7 and their impacts and their impact of travel? The travel motivations for families with older children, and you can see very high numbers for the influence, again, how transformative family travel on this segment. Children are interested in learning more about places that they visit, and then they also have more significant influence on where family is planning to travel. So they are doing their research. So I guess they might be, using some of the social media and then identifying places. So impacts of family travel on older children. Travel has helped many children to be more confident. It is definitely helping with social emotional development. And it's interesting to see that other cultures are really impacting their travel preferences. Value of family travel is very high, and then we got very high marks for that. 84% said that makes children more adaptable and open to new experiences, and then also they help children with their social skills and positive outlook in life. This particular time, we looked at grandparents as a separate segment because it appears that grandparents are a big driver for family travel, especially multi-generational travel. And again, we have to look at the profile of our respondents, high income, and female and male split. So they are, as I mentioned, strong drivers of family travel. Multi-generational trips, 50% have taken in the past 3 years. 40% are planning to do it in the next 3 years. And then for the most part, they do cover the expense of the trip, or they share that with parents. Skip generational trips are taken, they're also again on the rise, and they're planning to take more of that next year. What are the different characteristics of multi-generational, skip generational? Multi-generational is more common. They tend to be longer, often beach destinations or vacations, and typically domestic, but also demand for international trips. You can see also average spend. And in terms of skip generational, that's something that you should kind of take a note, provided that we're talking about more day trips and weekend getaways, museums and cultural attractions are at the top, and also interest in cruises and city trips. International trips are slightly uncommon. Again, we're talking about grandparents taking their grandchildren on a vacation. So what are their motivations to and outcomes of travel with grandchildren? They would like to bond with the family, and then they also want to give that the gift of travel, and then they look at it as a special treat. And skip generational, same as they want to make sure that they bond and they use the transformative power of travel. Some of the key takeaways, again, they see that the impact or outcome of family travel or multi-generational travel is that grandchildren are becoming more adventurous and adaptable, and then they help grandchildren become confident, especially in skip generational in particular. Use of travel advisors. Again, we do research in partnership with Family Travel Association, and the membership base is we have a very significant number of travel advisors, DMOs, supplies, and whatnot. And then they would like to see, so are they planning to use travel advisors? What are the numbers? And we can actually see that the numbers are very strong, and many of them are open to using travel advice in the next 2 years, and especially increase in grandparents and parents. And we can see why. What are the top reasons to use travel advisor? It's interesting to see the difference here. For parents, they want, again, probably don't have enough time to travel to plan the vacation, so they would like to outsource it to travel advisors, and then provided that they have the special deals, upgrades, and whatnot. For grandparents, the top reason is that peace of mind. If something goes wrong, they want to rely on the travel advisor who is going to fix it. So how do they value industry in terms of how do they serve the needs of traveling families? It improved. We used to have C-, well, B+. So again, a lot to work on. However, some of the wish points, I guess, on the wish list would be flights at no cost, connected rooms in hotels, so low-cost options and discounts, better quality and level of service, and more transparent pricing without hidden fees. Again, that was just a top-line overview of our 40-plus page report that we conduct and we do every year. And if you're interested in seeing the full-fledged PDF report, by all means, please reach out. I would be happy to share that. And we're excited to start finalizing our survey and questionnaire for 2025, which is going to be our 10th anniversary. And it's going to be also, it will include more elements of the social emotional impact of travel on children, and also AI and the use of AI in travel planning, etc. But I hope it was informative and you have some takeaways that you can actually implement in your strategies. Any questions? Yes, please.
Do you see any trends in sort of the age of which the children are when the grandparents start taking them? Maybe those like day trips or weekend stays?
That's a good question. We are going to include those type of questions moving forward, because we first wanted to see that there is a trend in multi-generational travel, and we identified that. So now we are going to ask our audience about what is the age, and how do you actually influence the decision where you travel, what you do, etc. Good question. Thank you.
Okay, Anna, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.